The first ever kickoff in Niner football is about to take place. And that's going to go through the end zone for a touchback, and that is the first kickoff in school history.
What made you want to get football here, and why do you consider it one of your best accomplishments?
Football is the driving force. 8 years before we ever started football, we started meeting off campus. We would go and we would have those big Post-it notes, big ones. It's been on our dining room wall. We're placing things everywhere. And I'm like, we don't know what we don't know, because none of us have really been at a football school. So we've got to learn what we don't know. And so we started doing all kind of research. How many new people? How many more people are we going to need in academics? How many more ticket office people? How many more marketing people? Forget the coaching staff. We knew all that, and we'd done all that. So we started delving into that, and then I'm like, okay, that means we've got to have more office space. Fast forward, Mac Everett, who was chair of our trustees at the time, had a luncheon meeting with the chancellor and myself, and Mac said, you know, Chancellor, now it's time. We need to add football. And the chancellor just kind of dropped his head in his hands, and he goes, the faculty are going to eat me alive. And we're like, no, they're not. No, they're not. He said, here's what I will agree to do. I will agree to appoint Mac to be chair of a committee to investigate, sort of like do a study like we'd already done and been prepared for. And so the chancellor appointed various people on campus, faculty, athletic rep, and different entities all involved in the community, and we met, and it was not private anymore. I mean, we weren't trying to keep it a secret, and that committee came forward and made the recommendation to the chancellor and to the trustees to move forward with football. Chancellor said, we can't afford it, and Max said, you'll never be able to afford it. If you're waiting, it's just going to get more expensive. It's not going to get less. I took a lot of pride in the way that the university handled, we started football the right way, and we made sure that we were going to have a stadium that was a nice stadium. Now, we're the smallest in Division I, and we're working on that. I have absolutely no regrets for having spent my whole career at Charlotte. It's kind of unheard of.
Very unusual.
That somebody does that, and in today's day and age, people move around a whole lot more. And it's very lucrative today in that regard. But I wouldn't trade it. It's my school, and still help them when they ask me to help them. And if they don't ask me to help, I don't help. But I'll attend games and be the biggest cheerleader or whatever.